Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System again. In the last episode, we played through Area 5 as Zack, and now we're going to take on the two Megazord battles that are in this game. In Area 6 and 7, you face a giant monster as the Megazord, and it's pretty cool. It really feels like you're controlling a giant robot. Almost. You have not only a life meter, but you also have a power meter below your health. And the more you fill it up, the more powerful special attacks you can pull off. You attack with Y, you jump with B, you can dash by double tapping left or right, and not only can you attack with the Y button while dashing, but you can also press B while dashing to do a shoulder tackle. You can also hold up and Y, or rather you can hold up and press Y to do an overhead swing, but that brings your power meter down just a tad bit for a second. It uses a little bit of your power. And as the power meter goes up, the little window to the right will show what weapon you, or rather special ability you'll be able to have. You'll have a basic blue projectile at first, then a flame you can send scorching across the floor, then a fireball you can shoot down from above, followed by a projectile that you can throw at the enemy for massive damage, assuming they don't jump over it. And just like how you have health and a power meter, the boss has health and a power meter up and to the right. Whoever loses all their health first loses, and unlike the first 5 areas where you have lives, you only have 1 life as the Megazord. And if you die, you're forced to continue. Thankfully, continues are infinite in this game. So without further ado, let's begin. We are now facing Titus. Well, the powered up version of him. And you can also hold down and press Y to swing low. And if you're up close to an enemy, you can also do a stomp. And I knew what he was doing. So he can attack with his claws. He can also extend those claws. I know that you can block by holding back on the control pad, but thankfully I was able to jump over most of Titus's most powerful attack. And uh-oh, I can't believe he did the eye laser and I didn't see that coming. He can also. This guy can also perform a puke attack, too. That's something. And can't believe I got hit by that. But thankfully, I have plenty of health. And I did a lot more damage in less time. And once you bring Titus's health down, you'll do the finishing strike where Megazord charges at the opponent with his sword, or its sword, and then slashes it for one final blow. You'll also get a password. 2596. Password looks even more computery than usual. And now for Area 7, because this battle is way too short. Yeah, I'm keeping both of these battles in one video. For Area 7, we're facing Cyclopsis, which is actually a giant Zord that is actually piloted by Goldar in the series. And not only does Cyclopsis have the ability to just punch you, but, well, he can do that. And he can also send fireballs at you. You want to be ready for that. You also want to take as little damage as possible while you are facing Cyclopses here, because once you finish him off, you're not done yet, because he has a second gold form, just like in the show. And those little spikes that he now has, more range and more damage. Not fun. Really don't want him to do much of anything. And you want to watch out for that. That's his most powerful attack. If he gets that off and he hits you with it, it does a whole lot of damage. And just like that, he's done. You don't need your most powerful projectile to defeat either of these enemies, but it helps if you can get it off. Also, we fought Cyclopsis near Rita Repulsa's base. How about that? And that's it. That is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Super Nintendo again. Now that we've beaten a whole bunch of the bad guys, we finally head to the Angel Grove Youth Center to relax. So this game, pretty darn cool. I liked it as a kid. It may be a bit on the simple side, simple, easy side for a lot of people, I would think. I definitely got better with this game as I got older myself. But for one of the first Power Rangers games to make it to America, it wasn't all that bad. And hey, what do you know? There's Bulk and Skull right there on the left side of the bar, and there's Ernie. The Angel Grove Youth Center would be part of the Power Rangers universe in the States for some time. I think the last time you would see it would be in Power Rangers in Space. Once you hit Lost Galaxy, Angel Grove wasn't really part of the Power Rangers universe anymore. They pretty much wrapped everything up with Lost Galaxy, and then every season was more or less self-contained, but that's a whole nother discussion. Anyway, graphics, you can tell what everything and everyone is supposed to be. Everything's pretty identifiable. Not a bad looking game, this. Sound and music, really like the music in this game. I especially like some of the music in the side-scrolling areas, especially areas 1, 2, and especially 4. 4 had some pretty cool music. The controls, they're pretty responsive. They're pretty simple. They're pretty easy to get down. I did not have problems with them, especially when I was a kid. And once you beat this game, there's not much else left to bring you back, but I guess you could play through this game if you were having a nice, busy Super Nintendo-style weekend or something. And there's Rita Repulsa, and there's 3 passwords. 0411 is the Mutitus battle. The second one below that was the first Cyclopsis battle, and the bottom one was the second Cyclopsis battle. The only difference is player 2 gets to play the monster. So player 1 is the Megazord, and player 2 is the Rita Repulsa monster. So you have a versus mode of sorts. It's pretty nice. Not surprisingly, we would get a game called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition for Super Nintendo, and I would play the heck out of that too when I was a kid. Those 3 passwords, I feel like were the genesis for all that. And yeah, I did cover the replay value. Okay, wanted to make sure. Do I recommend this game? Worth a shot. You can get through the game in less than an hour if you really, really know what you're doing. And definitely makes for a good Power Rangers video game experience, even if the putties do have knives and are a little more violent than they should be because of that. But anyway, this has been Let's Play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Again, it was pretty nice to play through this game again for the internet, and especially for old time's sake. And hopefully, I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play, maybe even enjoyed a little more than I did. And hopefully I will be back with another game. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. Maybe it'll be somewhere in between. Who knows? Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, and see you guys later.